Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock's with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Hurricanes will put total leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Demon Deacons offense takes the field for the first time today. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Let's take a second here and talk Wake Forest. They had a win on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a program at this level really needs to succeed.
Yeah, this is the next step for this program, right? Continue to get talent and high school talent that can come in that they can compete with your roster right now. Those are the guys that really help you take that next step.
They'll leave it with him.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking to fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
I love playing man coverage on the back end, giving those receivers faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And the Demon Deacons will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And after that punt, that's where they'll mark it. It'll be just inside the 35-yard line. So Miami's offense will have its first possession of the game. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Got him downfield. And a quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. And the Hurricanes are in the hurry-up. Gonna look downfield again. Trying to find the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang second. There is a flag on the field. That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. And the Canes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They want to throw it into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Canes. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. From the gun, the running back has it. Powers through the defender. There he goes.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. The Demon Deacons are moving quickly down the field. A run for the quarterback. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. And the Demon Deacons will punt this one away. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Going right to work up top. Got a man. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Touch pass on the run. Oh, he's got some space. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolled. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to just figure something out.
They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Rushes on him. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Quickly complete. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. Working that left side now. Breaks free in the middle. Touchdown, Wake. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 24, probably looking for a little more on that return, but that's where his offense will go to work. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. To the ground with the back. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused.
He's loose. At the 30. The 20. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. That is brutal. An explosive play like that to be wiped out by a mistake. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. That's reeled in. It's Figueroa. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Now on the option. They'll go to the ground. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Good timing on the quick out. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Quick strike complete. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Quarterback now breaking the field. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. Running inside the 20. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Caught over the middle. It's back. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to go up top in times running out in the half. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Almost intercepted in the end zone, and what a red zone stop that would have been. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to...
He's got it inside the 25. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, it's Maddox. Zings it complete to the right. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Now up 7 points here in the second.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there on South Beach, and we've had a lively first half.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The run from the shotgun. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all.
Turns on the Jets. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. They'll go back to the ground. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And the Hurricanes headed quickly to the line. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
And I think a lot of times on offense, you start to get first and goal. People are like, why do you run outside? You run outside because you want DBs to have to tackle, you know. But they did a good job stringing this play out, not letting it get downhill, and making the tackle on first down.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Wideout trying to get it in. Touchdown, Hurricane! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking deep down the right side. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
And this is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
I think it's really hard to overthrow that guy. He is already that fast, and he breaks open, and you have an opportunity just to club up a little bit. Just
too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Demon Deacons will try to pin them back with the punt. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple of shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws. It's caught downfield. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. Caught in the backfield, it's down. Good throwing catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on second down. Going for 6. Touchdown! For the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And the Demon Deacons can really attack on this second and short. Give to the back. Turning it on. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Good, right down the boulevard. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make it.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in third and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Got a man, it's Beck. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on the...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Making side adjustments here. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Unloads to the right. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
I think a lot of times on offense, you look out there and you go, let's see, I got the numbers, I can throw the bubble. The defense was like, nope, I don't care. They were ready for it. Great job going. Field tackle.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Fires to the wideout. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Brown will throw it. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync.
Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple positions. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Miami! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. The Demon Deacons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He'll pull it on the read. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Brown wants to pass. Release to the back. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hauls it in. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Canes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go.
He lets it fly. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Really tough on an offense. 3rd and long. It's tough to, you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
He'll do it himself. Can't get him to the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, he found a space on the right. Touchdown, Demon Deeks. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quick completion on the out. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. On the move. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Quarterback making checks. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Quarterback adapting. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane! And the stomping has commenced. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David. talking about.
Here's the handoff. Pick up a 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Brown will throw it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. It's 4th down and 14, but they're going to go for it. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs. Motion from the wideout. He'll start this drive firing. Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. They've gotten the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
Oh, he's got a chance. Breaks into the open. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the... And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock?
A shot toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. The snap sets up to throw. Looking for the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. After this, it'll be a wrap. Brown wants to pass. He'll take a shot. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.